Marcy kind of exhales and goes, "Wow, that was legitimately had me on the edge of my seat. All kinds of stuff." Then
That was a lot of fun. That was awesome. I
Yeah, Lou put in a
definitely,
lot of work, dude.
yeah, he did. He
Oh,
did. I didn't expect him to be able to really do much, but his random assailment of noises and running
He was trying
around
to
seemed
open the mosh pit up, dude. I respect
yeah,
it.
right? It was great. It was awesome. I'm really proud of all of them. Piper held out and just like only thing that you could do to hurt her was put her to sleep and then eat her dreams. And I knew that.
Mhm.
She knew that. And she just kept waking up. It was great.
she did.
But
She really did her
but
best. That was amazing.
unfortunately, I will have to challenge you again probably tomorrow, maybe the day after, depending on scheduling and all that, since everyone's arriving tomorrow. Because I do need my badge and didn't get my badge. But I will let you go ahead and talk to the one of us who probably did, should have.
Indeed. And she turns over to Kid and she goes, "Well, hey, like and subscribe for." No, I'm just kidding. It was a good battle, and she holds out her hand to him. She goes, "That Dwebbel's got a lot going on, but honestly, I'm just impressed overall."
Yeah, he's pretty beefy. He has been on a roll since we got it.
The Zubat wasn't half bad either. You really got it going for you. So, and she reaches into her kind of one of the pockets of her like sweatshirt that she's got tied around her waist, and she pulls something out and she presents it to you, which I will actually go ahead and post on the group chat so you guys can see it.
Oh yeah, let's see what it looks like.
You got a
First
spook?
badge. First
Hell
badge.
yeah, look at
Hell
it.
yeah. Oh, it's so cool looking.
Badge.
She's like, "We actually were recycling some of the old Cinnabar gym badges. You can kind of see the shape." And she turns it around.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
I mean, that's smart.
Great. Might as well. What else are you gonna do
Yeah,
with it?
exactly.
Oh,
And I thought I was gonna have it, and then you came out with the Litwick, and I was like, oh, that's fire. And my boy's grass. That's gonna be a problem.
I try to get all of you.
Please
but...
tell me that maybe there's one more of those in this place. It's so cute. I want it so badly.
Oh, the Litwick?
Yes.
I only ever found.
He's just like crouched down next to him.
She kind of goes, "I only ever found the one, but I mean, I'll keep you posted." Oh, here, let me get you back
In
to
the
the
middle of the
arena.
night and steal the Litwick. It's gonna be
You just
Comfy's like.
catching them.
He goes, "Well, thanks for the fun battle, you guys. The guys also had a real blast following you around and kind of sneaky in the shadows, and so did the Ghastly." Oof.
Yeah, no, the whole thing was a lot of fun, and it was cool being able to kind of do it before everyone else. So, you know, now I can't remember. I know it was just not moments ago before the battle that you said it, but when we completed the trial, we don't need to do the trial again to come and challenge you again, right? We can just come on in and,
No,
if
I'll
you've
let
got
you re-challenge.
opening.
I already have an idea of what it is. We mean the challenge to weed out the people that really aren't ready, and most of you all clearly are. I think it was just bad luck for you, and she kind of glances over at V.
She just kind of like
Adorable.
raises one hand and does like the wibble wobble, like.
But she turns back around to the rest of you and goes, "But I do look forward to just, have you guys challenge again. Just, I guess, train up a little bit."
Just a little bit, yeah.
Well, it's a little bit late. She checks her phone, takes her phone out, checks it, puts it back in her pocket, and goes, "But we should probably start cleaning up and getting ready for if anybody else comes in here. I mean, I kind of doubt it, so it'll probably be another movie night with the guys. Anyway."
Well, I mean, I think that's our cue to get out of your hair then and allow you to enjoy your evening. So,
Yeah, there's
let's
actually
go
an
back to the...
exit door over there, and she points, and across the stadium you actually see like a little exit sign lit up now. It looks really spooky, hung with spider webs and stuff. She goes, "It actually just kind of takes you down on a narrow staircase that allows you to go back outside without going back through everything."
That's pretty cool. I like that. All right.
And I mean, Hey, if you weren't like super sold on movie night with the guys, to you come. I mean, we're gonna be in town. You want to come hang out and talk?
Don't you guys need to get to sleep or something? How old are you? Well, I guess.
Sure, why not?
How,
I've been up
how old
later.
are you?
Well, I mean, I could if you guys aren't doing anything, but I don't know if we should go to the beach tonight to look for the ghost Pokemon you want so much. But if you really are interested in training ghost Pokemon, we can definitely talk about it.
Yes. I mean, as soon as we saw all the little things that you had, like, they're just so cool.
They're
All of them.
really neat, aren't they? But I will have to
Right.
kill you now that you've lost to me, so now you have to become a Ghastly. Sorry,
I
Milo.
mean, do I have to be a
What?
ghastly, or
What?
can I just be like a ghost?
No, of course, we
Can I
want
pick
you
something
to
else?
choose. Yeah, no, if you could choose, what would you be?
Hmm. Shit, I don't even know what all the ghosts. What are all the options? Hold on. I have to go into this like prepared.
When V says, "What are all the options?" Kid zooms in on his face really close.
She just kind of goes, well, there's a lot of options, really. For example, there's Litwick over here. He's pretty adorable. I'm really fond of Ghastly myself. It's an old classic. The rest, and then she kind of pauses and goes, oh, I know what you're doing. You're gonna have to come back and challenge me if you want to see the rest of my Pokemon. Although,
I mean,
No, I mean honestly, I think V just loves
yeah,
ghost
I'm not trying to see any like tricks or anything. I just want to.
oh, then you want to see some of my favorites?
Always. I mean, I want to see any of the ghosts.
And she kind of steps back a little bit to give herself more room, recalls Litwick because it looks kind of tired, and she's like, you need a rest, buddy. She goes, don't worry.
He kind of got thrashed around by a little dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punched by dog.
She goes, you want to see my best friend? And she throws out one of her dusk balls, one of the ones that looks a little bit older. And for a second, just the same way as when Kid was fighting, you don't really see anything, but then there's a whirl of just sand and dust and a giant sand castle.
Just a bigger sandcastle.
Yeah,
Oh my
that
God,
lifts
bigger
up out of the
sandcastle.
ground.
It's kind of adorable when the sprite's tiny like this, though. You gotta be honest with you.
Palo Sand is, I think it's technically like 4 or 5 feet tall. I think.
That's not
Oh my God, it's as tall as me almost.
Yeah, basically.
bad. That's pretty cool.
It kind of turns around, looks back at Marcy like, what are we doing?
Look at him.
She
He
goes,
just kind of like reaches out and pats part of the
feels like sand.
one of the castles.
One of the towers reaches back to you, and instead of just shaking it, it envelops your entire hand in the sand, and you feel sand begin to sneak up your sleeve.
It
Oh,
looks
that's
at me
weird.
like, "Hey, you know what they do, don't you?" And he zooms in on his face again.
What? What does?
The camera pans to Marcy.
She's just kind of giggling to herself. You know, Palo Sand is usually referred to as the beach nightmare. You ever heard of that? It has power to control sand, which you are currently experiencing, and
Yeah, that seems about right. It's made of sand.
Oh no.
it can
If you
suck you
take like
in.
bits away from it,
If you allow it, it actually, can capture you and basically drain your life force. If you look around, here, give me a second, and she walks forward and goes, Pally, let me in there, and she literally reaches inside the opening of its mouth like you would reach inside a dog's mouth, and it kind of makes the same sort of expression. It's like, I'm letting you do this only because we're close. And pulls out what looks to be like a thin and curved piece of bone.
interesting. What's that?
He goes, this is one of its victims.
Is that a chicken bone?
She grins and she goes, what do you think?
kind of looks like one.
Well, this
Can you
one,
feed? Can
honestly,
you feed sandcastles like chicken?
I mean, you can feed it pretty much anything. It likes to sometimes consume smaller Pokemon, but mostly I just kind of feed him, actual Pokemon food. But sometimes he likes to travel and go out. And I don't know what the heck he gets up to. Yes, isn't that right? Isn't that right? Please don't eat the actual challenge. Don't eat the actual challengers, because slowly Palosan's been like sneaking up, and your entire arm is at this point enveloped.
She's just like slightly leaning towards, just like, this is fine. I'm sure it's fine, right?
And then she goes, well, I also have this, and she pulls out another Pokeball and she throws it up. And she goes, and something begins to sparkle, and directly above your head, kid, there is suddenly a bright...
What is that?
a bright Rotom. She goes, you've probably seen one of these around, but this is my friend. Just kind of zooms around,
And
looks at all of you, and begins to sparkle.
Pokedex.
excitedly.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Pokedex all the ghosts.
And she looks over at Milo and she goes, how about you? You want to see something cool?
I will say yes for him because I think he went to the bathroom.
He went to the bathroom.
I am back. And
Oh no, you're back.
Yeah,
Yay.
I always want to see cool stuff. What you got?
Milo, you've currently been watching Marcy's Palosan try to consume V. Gently but insistently.
Don't my friend.
Rotom is kind of spinning around Kid's head, occasionally reaching down to poke him, and you feel a little bit of static electricity on your face. Kid.
Kid's just like spinning in place, trying to keep the camera on it the whole time.
And then Marcy just kind of glances over and busts out another Pokeball and opens it up and goes, you're gonna have to be careful with this one. He's not completely tame yet. And lets out what appears to be a gigantic anchor, essentially, draped with vines. And as it's let out, it begins to groan, and suddenly you all hear a very familiar metallic screech.
V immediately like gets a look on his face and backs off.
Marcy's like, yeah, he's kind of loud, likes to complain a lot. You guys good?
Yeah, no, it just...
It sounds a lot like something that tried to kill us.
Yeah,
Me
that...
specifically.
Oh. She kind of glances back at V and goes, well, not this one. He's been with me for a while now, but here, I don't actually want to re-traumatize you. And she recalls it really quickly. And goes, are you telling me that you've met Adelmes? They're really rare. Where did you find one?
We don't even...
I don't know if met more than almost got killed by one. Out on one of the islands, I guess.
One of the islands?
Yeah.
Wait, you mean around here?
Kinda.
North of here? Between here and where we came from, Pallet City. There was an island with like an underground tunnel that led to kind of like an enclosed cove, sort of.
Spooky sunken ship.
Yeah, there was a spooky sunken ship, and we didn't really get a look at whatever it was that attacked V, but something grabbed him and almost broke his ankle trying to, pull him down. And
It sounded a lot like that thing.
Yeah.
Marcy, despite being a relatively, cheerful person, gets a rather serious look on her face as she's listening to you guys recount the story, and she just goes, that is highly dangerous. I can't believe you guys ran into Adelmes at your level. What? Where was it that you were able to access it so... An underground... Sorry, my mind is kind of racing a little bit, but can you draw this island on a map for me? Because if that kind of thing is out roaming around, there's probably somebody that should eventually get it under control.
I mean, if it's a ghost, then
the only way that I could see to get in there was through the island that V's, what was it, your great grandfather?
Hmm.
Yeah, it was his house and like the whole island. So we only went there because the person driving us down here on their boat knew the island and was like, it'll be fun and relaxing. And we were like, yeah, that's great. We'll go relax. And hey, there's a tunnel to explore and it definitely won't flood. And
Yeah.
We also kind of cut the rope to get out of there alive. So if you go, you might need more rope.
yeah, there was like a lead rope that we had to cut.
I mean, it seemed honestly, pretty secluded. I don't think unless you really go looking for it, it's gonna
Right.
get out. I think it's stuck.
I mean, I can draw you where it is, no problem. I think it's just better left alone right now.
I mean, if it's a ghost, if it's stuck, it should be fine. Leave it. I'll go back for it later.
Marcy just kind of glances over at V and goes, "You sure? They're pretty powerful. And they're a little bit hard to tame because they're quite literally created when really, really angry spirits get trapped aboard, a part of a ship, and then they kind of inhibit the thing. And well, I'm glad you're all right because, geez, that's a real big risk. And I'm glad to hear that nobody should be able to get in there." But she glances back at Milo and goes, "I will probably still have you draw me a map if you can, because, well, it's kind of my job to take care of things in this general area, and I would rather know about it than not."
Sure. Yeah, I should be able to, if you've got a map of the surrounding area, I should be able to figure out where it was based off of where we came
I mean, if you do go back there and happen to, I guess, catch it, I've got dibs on it, so it's mine.
She kind of chuckles and goes, all right. I just wanted to, make sure that it wasn't bothering anybody. Most of the time...
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a little bit startling that something like that was around here and I never knew. An island, huh?
It probably wouldn't hurt for you to go grab it, but once you do, just hang on to it for V.
Yeah, I do want it someday.
And he can come back and fight it.
When we're
Just fight
stronger.
it. Yeah, he can just come punch it in the mouth and then catch
Well, do I have to fist? I don't know about that.
it. Well, it grabbed you, so you have to pay it back.
I have to at least, maybe kick it. But that might not ingratiate it to us at all.
Can you
honestly.
point on your dumbass where the leg would be?
She kind of chuckles and goes, "That's not really how it works, but I can see what you're saying. Look, don't worry about it. I'll make sure to just leave it where it is for now. I'm just gonna mark that off and, try to keep an eye on it. But if it is as you say, trapped, I think you're right. It's better to just leave it.
Seems to be.
If you want to eventually go back and try to reconcile with it, just, be smart about it. Don't just rush headlong into things. Ghosts are, She kind of glances at Milo. What?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, we'll try, but there's no guarantees on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Delmice are really angry all the time, and ghosts come in all different shapes and sizes. That's why they're so fascinating to me, but you still gotta, watch out, huh? Man,
I'm sure I could handle it.
Do you have one of the
Eventually.
little mask boys? Those are my favorite.
The little what?
The little mask guys. It sits his phone on Evie's head for right now. It kind of motions like a mask.
She thinks about it for a moment. She goes, "Oh, a Yamask. Yes, I've heard of them. I don't have one personally. They're not really common around here. Although I've definitely seen them and have worked with them before. But unfortunately, no, that's not one that's in my repertoire as it is."
The stream was just like an aerial view of a hall
Yep.
coming in every now and then.
Skidding across the floor.
Marcy eventually looks back at Rotom, who's just like spinning faster and faster, and goes, "Okay, I think you're getting the zoomies. Time to go back," and recalls it. And then instead, the Palossand, which let you go, despite the fact that it looked like it was intent on consuming you, it did let you go pretty easily when you started to back off. So now instead, it's just kind of like basically behind Marcy and is like hugging her to the point where she looks like she's half buried, but she's just standing normally.
Are there any other ghost types on the island that you know of that maybe I could look into getting?
I mean, there's lots of ghost types on the island. That's kind of why I settled here. There's been a history with this island. And,
Really?
you know, lots of people died about 20 years ago, and it's been kind of crazy, so most of these
What
gas
happened?
Oh, it's, I thought maybe you'd run into it since you came from the main part. It was a giant volcanic explosion. It was, yeah, it was kind of crazy. There wasn't a lot of, like, lava necessarily, but a lot of times it's not really the lava that kills you, it's the smoke and the heat. So,
Yeah.
a lot of the people that were on the main part, anybody who was too close, kind of, yeah, it was a bit of a extinction event.
Interesting.
There's still some buildings that you can see on the main part of the island. They've preserved some of them. Although a lot of them were obviously, you know, taken down and rebuilt. It's been coming along great. You know, we have over at the lab/museum now, they're, you know, keeping an eye on the volcano a little better. They're trying to do some research on it to make sure if it ever does happen again, they can evacuate.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that kind of thing only happens once in a while, right? Hopefully.
Yeah, but you never know when it's going to happen. The volcano's still active, so it kind of scratches the back of her head.
Roll a deck save as the volcano erupts.
Actually, you know what? This is going to be fun
Great.
for different reasons, but can Milo and V roll me a insight check?
Sure.
While they're talking, keep it a low profile, and then all at once he
Nice.
dives at Evie. He dives at Ivy.
That entire stream is just going to be chaos. V, just a little bit, Marcy's expression changes a little bit when she talks about this eruption, but you don't know why. It's really difficult to ascertain, like, why. She's not being weird or anything, she's just... There's something in the air.
Just scrambling after.
But regardless, Marcy kind of looks around and goes, "Alright, we should probably start cleaning up."
Yeah, we can help. Do you want help?
Oh,
Got nothing else to do.
I mean, if you guys want, sure. It is like 3 in the
Yeah,
morning.
He still wants to.
Mid-dive kitchen. It's like, we don't have anything better to do.
We can sleep in tomorrow.
It's true. We can't.
I mean, Milo, if you want to go home, that's fine. Or
No.
go back to the center.
No. I want to get everybody healed up, but if you want to spend some time here and, you know, talk with Marcy and clean up, we can do that.
Yeah, you can definitely.
Yeah, if you're good.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I just, you know, it's late, so beginning to feel it, but we're good. Whatever you guys want to do. Really have anything? I mean, Milo is like the ghost Pokemon. They don't not interest him, but they're not like
Kid just dives.
he wants to get his boys healed up so that he can get some sleep, so that he can train, so that he can come back and beat this gym. And that's where his mind's at right now. So he's just kind of like
He's just getting devoured by Palisand right now.
yep. Well, he just
Yeah, Palisand literally like rolled up to you and began to shake your hand, and then slowly you feel your entire arm begin.
yes, this is just Fine, I'm just gonna sit down. Just let me know if I can
It's like a
help.
spa day, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's probably really good for your skin, actually.
Probably.
Exfoliates, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm game for whatever you guys want to do. We got what we wanted to do done today. Got some information.
now.
We had fun battling. We got a plan what to do. We know probably don't bring a bunch of normal types to a ghost type gym, but
Well, hey, those were my only options.
Yeah, didn't really
Yeah.
too many
it
choices.
just looks like he's sinking into the sand.
I mean, that's probably what's happening.
Bye.
He's just sitting,
Yep.
waiting.
All right,
It's
Marcy.
holding Ivory, and Ivory's holding the phone, getting the last little shot before he ends the stream.
Regardless, Marcy will hang out with you guys for a while, and then eventually she runs downstairs, and you hear her begin to talk to the other two gym employees, and they start talking about like, oh yeah, they kind of tripped on this one. We got to rebuild it. It seems pretty casual. They seem to be perfectly fine letting you guys just kind of hang out, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we're just a couple of kids hanging out at the Pokemon gym.
Yeah. V just follows Marcy and is just like constantly asking questions about ghost Pokemon and like where he can find different things on the island and what the different things do and types, and he is fully like diving into ghost Pokemon.
What it means to be a ghost
Need
trader.
to become a
Yeah.
cult.
Absolutely. At one point, if you're following Marcy around, at one point her phone does ring, and she gets caught up in a conversation. Roll me a perception check.
Gets yelled at by Gary Oak.
Yeah, God.
He's been watching kids stream.
Yeah, absolutely.
16.
16, okay.
Pretty good for me.
She kind of goes, oh, sorry, one sec, and she walks away, but you can still hear her voice from afar, and the conversation is basically like, oh, hey, yeah, you just left? No, it's gonna take you like 8 hours. What do you want? Okay. Well, we can go tomorrow. No, as long as it's before the gym opens, it's fine. Okay, cool. Be careful. Tell. What's that one? I forget the name. What? Is it what? You always give them such weird names. Why do you always give them such freaking weird names? Okay. Yes. Sorry, Chris. Fine. Tell Chris that I love him. Yep. Don't fall off. Okay. Bye. And then she comes back.
Is Chris a kid or a Pokemon?
You don't know.
You don't know. Dogger wife.
Dogger wife. Yes, exactly. It's Dogger wife. I love that.
V doesn't pry, but he just is like pushing things around on the floor, trying to help up. Probably just making things worse.
I mean, they're pretty casual here, more so than you've seen. But eventually, I think it does get a little bit too late for you guys, and the day catches up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
adrenaline eventually wears out.
Yep. So for now,
Walk home at 3 a.m.
Yep.
Back to the Pokemon Center.
Yep, exactly. So let me. Marcy says bye to you. She kind of actually probably follows you to the door. I'll be honest. And then waves until you're.
See you tomorrow or maybe the next day. I don't know. Whenever we get back here.
All right.
Got to get a little bit of training in first before we come back to challenge you again.
Indeed.
But when we come back, both of us will be leaving with our badges as well. So
Yeah, I hope so.
All the way out is just like we kind of split up. How did you guys get up the falling stairs?
What falling stairs?
I didn't go the falling stairs. We went up the rope.
Which was also not great, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
little bit easier than the, water slick, like, mid-drowning rope, but wasn't my favorite.
No.
He just kind of throws his hands up like, man.
Wait, you
Did
went,
you fall
you went
down
up
some
one of those-
stairs?
It was like out of a movie. When I tried to go up them, I got about halfway and they just went flat, and I had to climb. It was not. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty fun. I can't say it wasn't, but it sounds like a rope would have been a
Sounds
lot
pretty
easier than spidering my way up.
Yeah, we.
Probably. Hey, who knows?
Well,
Maybe.
Well, when you guys go back, take the fallen stairs before you challenge her real quick.
Just for fun.
Hey, I mean, we could, I suppose.
Or you can take them
Just
down.
so that they
because
have to redo it.
It just becomes it just becomes a slide, you know. You can expedite the trip back.
Instead of taking, the easy staircase.
I mean, that actually does kind of sound fun.
It
Slide,
does.
slide down.
Not saying no.
It's not a
People
no.
waiting
it's a-
outside of the haunted house just hear, "Oh my!"
I'm gonna go again, guys. Wait for me.
Hold on, I gotta get up to the top again.
Walking out, it's terrifying, you guys. I can't tell you how scary it is.
You just hear laughter. Yeah.
That's terrified laughter, not happy laughter.
Right.
All right. Well, I think if you guys are gonna go to sleep, then.
Yeah, I guess can we drop off our Pokemon like overnight? I guess.
Yeah, you can
Let 'em
definitely
get
do that. Yeah, absolutely. You can drop off your Pokemon overnight, and then we can go ahead and take a little bit of a break as I get myself something to drink.
Yeah.
As you guys heal up, and we can go into the next day and whatever that'll bring. That gym battle, actually,
Get
you
ready
know
to
what I
be
like?
here.
No, but I like the fact that the gym battles don't take that long, to be honest.
Yeah,
At
that
least
was nice.
for now.
Get ready to be here for like the next week though, in game.
Training montage.
Training.
Yeah, we got some training to do.
Alright, you guys all head back and eventually drop off to sleep in your nice, spacious room while your Pokemon are recuperating.
Oh, boy.
Probably crash almost instantly.
Yeah, right. Adrenaline's worn off.
So let us switch the slow Pokemon Center music to the fast Pokemon Center music. Because it is officially the next day.
Right.
You guys wake up probably around, what is it, like 10 at best? Probably closer
Probably.
to 11 or...
At best.
Milo's probably up at like 8, but he's not happy about it
Oh,
like he
God.
normally is. He's probably like groggy and like forces himself out of bed and then
Does Milo
stretches.
drink coffee?
Huh?
Does Milo drink coffee? He doesn't strike me as a coffee type. I feel like he
No.
could probably use some coffee.
No,
You could
he's
probably use
he's
some
the kind of
coffee,
freak
Jake.
who just runs around and wakes up.
Yeah, he goes for a run to wake up, so that's what he's gonna do, and it's gonna be like 8 in the morning instead of dawn when he normally does. But he'll go for a run around the city with Lou
Oh, no.
and work both of them up for the next hour and spend an hour training with Lou to give him that extra inspiration for the day. And,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, kid probably doesn't get up until an hour after Milo, and he's gonna probably go pester. What was this nurse one? What is this nurse's name? Which one was this one?
Jill.
Jill.
Mhm.
He's probably just gonna, when a kid gets like, take your kid to work day as a child, and you're just kind of hanging out with your parent. You don't really want to be there, but you kind of got to. Kid's just down there interacting with Jill while he waits on Milo to finish his run and for me to wake up.
Honestly say, like, as long as your Pokemon aren't out and making a ruckus, she's actually okay with you. She's seen some kids running through, like this is her job. She's just a little more terse than the others, which is saying something because I think all of the Pokemon Nurse Joys you've run into so
They've
far
all
have
been
been like,
pretty-
They're
You're a
overworked.
child.
Yeah.
I don't really do children.
They're all overworked and underpaid.
Yeah, there sounds right.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. He doesn't have them all out, but he does have Froki out. She's just chilling on his head. Got his cap over it, kind of like a little blanket for her. She's probably just chilling while he's waiting on his friends to get back to figure out what the day got for us.
Okay, sounds good. Eventually, I would say probably Milo comes back from his run. Milo, you've seen the city, but you were kind of running, so I'm not gonna have you,
No. He doesn't really look for anything. He just runs and enjoys the sights.
Okay. V, when are you waking up?
Whenever they wake him up, or noonish if they don't,
Okay.
probably.
I'll leave it up to you.
What are you thinking, Milo? Should we wake him or should we let him rest?
Let him rest, at least for right now. You guys had your jobs that you still needed to do, right?
Yeah, ours weren't as convenient and told us to come back.
Yeah. You know what V's was? Like, is it something he needs to start early, or can he sleep in and still get there in time?
I think his is just like not too late, right? Wasn't that all it was? I don't think 12 will be too late for him if he wants to sleep in.
Yeah, let's let him sleep in then. Alright. Well, I mean, if you wanted to go do your job and earn some money, I guess I could go down to the municipal gym where the trainers kind of meet up and see if there's anyone that wants to have a battle. See if I could do a little training on my own.
Actually,
You're cool with that?
as you say that,
Yep.
the doors of the Pokemon Center open, and you hear a very familiar voice emerging from it that's just rattling on and on and on at very fast pace and just goes, well, I already texted him like 2 times and he hasn't answered, so either he's dead or I don't even know. And you see Moelle come through, and a little bit behind her is another familiar figure who seems to
They
be
have
just...
sprites now too.
Yeah, he's kind of like... Oh yeah, that's right, you haven't seen the sprites yet.
Oh,
But yeah, she begins to like chatter, and she's like, so I don't know how I'm gonna contact him because he hasn't answered his phone, and oh hey, and she immediately begins to wave and be like, guys, you hold on, wait, don't tell me, kid. I almost said child, but that didn't seem correct.
yes, it's I. It is I, child asking.
And
Child ass.
mild,
Yes.
Milo.
Yes.
Miles.
Milo. Yes. Yeah. That's
Child and mild.
Moelle, right? And I don't think he kind of like walks up to the big guy. I don't think I got your name, and he'll hold his hand out. Milo.
The big guy looks down at your hand and kind of awkwardly shakes it. His entire hand envelops your own. Your fingers disappear inside his, and he just... But his grip isn't tight or anything. He's being very gentle about it. He just goes, hey. Moelle's like, this is Toa. I finally got his name out of him. It took me like 4 hours. So everybody meet Toa. Toa, hi. This is Milo and Kid, also known as Mild and Child. But they are not mild children. Also,
No.
where is Mr. Oak? Because we had a date and he stood me up.
Okay.
He's asleep.
Yeah, don't call him that. First off, I'm just gonna warn you right now. That's a really, really bad idea. But he's sleeping. We actually got in yesterday, so we spent the evening kind of checking out the gym here, the Pokemon League gym. We were up till about 3, 4 in the morning, so he's probably gonna be there until noon, but he'll be awake then.
Wow, you already checked out the gym. You guys are quick. What was it like?
I will either let you find Kid's stream or figure it out on your own.
You streamed it? And she looks at Kid and goes, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I haven't been, online as much as I wanted to because there was a whole boat ride and then some areas don't have service, but that's really cool. Okay, I will definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And well, where are you going? I mean, can you wake him up? Or should I wake him up? Like, what's...
what
means
are your
opportunity.
plans for today? Because if you can give him like 3 hours, I guarantee you things will go a lot better than if we go up there right now.
I mean, I just wanted to look around, just do like a little introductory video, which I kind of did, and Toa didn't really help me because he's not into the whole streaming thing, and she kind of leans in as if it's some state secret, although it's quite obvious. But she eventually just goes, I mean, I was just gonna, honestly, get my Pokemon healed up and then battle you guys, but if you're not ready, I don't know, I guess maybe I'll check out the gym, get that done first.
Well,
You can't. Just a heads up,
What?
without spoiling anything.
Okay.
You can't do the gym until night.
What?
They open at 11. So the city
What?
actually has 2
Okay.
gyms.
Mm-mm.
They have a Pokemon League gym that opens at night, and they open at I think it was 11. And then they have a municipal gym that's where the trainers go during the day, and that's where the old Cinnabar gym used to be. So that's where I was actually going to head today. Kids got some work to do to make some money.
Did I get
but
paid?
I was gonna...
I just realized. And kids asking Milo, like,
Mhm.
did I get money? Was I
Oh,
supposed
you
to
know
get
what?
money?
Yes, I think she probably just
I
forgot.
think I remember her. Yeah, she gave you in the look in the box that she gave you with the gym badge. 'Cause I think we just grabbed the badge out of it, and I think there was like another compartment in there that might have had some Poké dollars in it,
Yes, you
or
got
like a credit chip or something.
30.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, I
We're
don't.
not as broke now.
Yeah, I think honestly she updated your trainer card. Kind of functions as a credit card. If you wanted to hook it up to your bank account, and she would have either loaded the money in there.
Oh hell yeah, we got direct deposit.
I mean, essentially, because when you guys initially came to the gym, they scanned your badges,
Mhm.
just to get you registered in the system. And the badge itself that she gave you, she kind of mentioned this as well, but the badge itself, like, there's a physical copy because it's more fun that way, but the badge is automatically also registered
Really?
digitally onto your trainer's card, so that,
Nice.
Hell yeah. Kid, as soon as she gave him the badge, he just affixed it to his hat.
Oh,
Hell
that's
yeah.
cool. Yes.
I dig it.
Okay. Because I was kind of running low, and I know I'm about to go do some work, but man, was I broke.
And I know you have your battle with V, and I don't want to steal V's thunder by battling you ahead of time, but Toa,
Toa kind
did
of
you wanna
looks around and looks back at you.
train our Pokemon up a little bit together? Have a little friendly duel at the municipal gym this afternoon before you and Moel go about whatever you have planned for the rest of the day?
He kind of looks back at the nurse, looks at the Pokeball that he's just handed her, and he kind of shrugs a little bit awkwardly, and Moel at this point leans into you and goes, so, he kind of only has like one Pokemon, and he kind of hasn't caught anything else, and, it's not, I don't think he hates battling, but he's really weird about it.
He hates catching Pokemon?
I don't think he hates it. I think he just... I asked him if he wanted to catch something, and he was like, and she makes like a weird gesture with her hands that's clearly meant to be an imitation of whatever Toa did, but it looks very much not like a gesture he would use.
Right.
And she just kind of goes, so I didn't know how to take that, so I just got the Pokemon for him, because he just battled it and then just kind of started fixing it up. But I was like, well, wait, what if... Anyway.
I mean, you don't have to battle. You can just pick them up. I just picked up a lot of Pokemon.
Kind of turns slowly to Kid and goes, sorry, what?
Yeah, he kind of like pantomimes reaching down to something on the ground, picking it up, and then you have it. It's just that easy.
I mean, yeah, no, that's kind of what I did with the horsey that I got. I don't know if you guys saw on my Ruffler, but yeah, he just kind of, battled it, and then he started healing it, so I thought that he was gonna, catch it, but then he was like, and she shakes her head, and so I was like, if you're not gonna take it, I'm gonna take it, so here we are.
When opportunity knocks, you gotta answer, huh?
Basically. But I
I
mean,
mean,
it's
maybe he's just a one Pokemon kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, then, I mean, you guys are welcome to come with me. We can go just together and check out the gym, or I could just show you around the city. I'm happy to just spend some time just showing you around. I just finished a run, so...
Sure, you finished a run of what?
Oh, no, I mean, like, literally, I just... He kind of, like, looks down at himself, covered in sweat.
She kind of goes, you're running? You're literally traveling across the world and you take time to jog? What?
Every morning? You don't... I mean, it's just a good way to, like, wake up. It gets the blood running, and you know, it's a good way to just...
The only
kinda
thing
get a
I'm running
perspective
from
on
is my
things.
responsibilities. All right. Let's,
That's pretty existential. That's really deep. But
Remember, we're 14. We don't need depression this early.
V's got, like, a head start. Moelle just finally looks over to Toa and she goes, Toa! So, you want to get a room and, I mean, like, a separate room, but do you want to, like, get our Pokemon healed up and head over to the gym? Is that a yes? Please nod once for yes, and then twice for no. And Toa just kind of starts nodding and then goes, wait, what? And she's like...
You can just shake your... No, it's kind of built into the nod and shake thing. You don't have to double nod for no.
You get it figured out eventually. Moelle agrees to go with you to check out the municipal gym, given that they're given a little bit of time to heal up their Pokemon, since they, you know...
Yeah,
What do you guys have before we go taking off? I love Pokemon.
Moelle kind of looks over at Kid and goes, well, if we're gonna be battling, I don't want to, you know... I don't want to spill all my secrets just yet, but if you show me yours, I'll show you mine.
He kind of lifts his hat so they can see Froakie kind of napping on the head.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable! And she immediately whips out her phone and is like, can I tape that?
Sure.
She starts, like, getting a little bit of video, and then goes, oh, okay, wait, if that's your starter, I'm gonna show you my starter. And whips out a...
you just roll the hit dice, add your con mod, you get half your max hit dice back. And it's just like taking a short rest.
Same as a short rest, so...
Yeah, so it would be
Wait, okay, yeah.
one hit die
So
back.
I get one back, and then do I have to spend it to heal it all?
Yes.
Okay.
You need to spend hit dice to heal. So if you don't have any hit dice right now, then you would be able to have one hit die that you can roll and add your con mod.
I guess I'll do that when I wake up then.
Moelle kind of spins around and takes out a Pokeball and pops it open. This one's like a regular one. And you see a Pokemon that actually, Kid, you are very familiar with.
Whoa! Look at it. It's a little chicory. Look.
No.
That's adorable.
These are the ones that come from Johto.
She goes, yeah, I actually got it over at Johto, because I'm actually from Johto, like, originally. So I went back there.
Kid puts his hand up, high five, right now. I'm also Johto.
She high fives you and she goes, yeah, Johto forever. You guys are like... She glances over at Milo and goes, what about you?
Oh, he's like, okay, well, let's see. Starting with starters, then I will show off. This is Chester. Big Chester.
Chester!
Big Chester.
Who doesn't have any hit points. There we go. We healed him back up. Poor Chester.
He is the starter that I got from my trainer. Or not trainer. Pokemon professor.
Oh, this one's really cool. Wow, that's unusual.
Yeah, he and the Froakie are from the same region, and our professor had all three of their starters available, and I don't know, we kind of just, I don't think they intended it initially. They were just like
That's really
hanging
interesting.
out there.
Wait, where? Who's your professor? Because I thought you were from Kanto. Oh wait, you're with Acacia too? I don't get it. Why don't... Then why did Toa get a regular one?
We kind of went rummaging through their stuff. So we tripped and found these guys, and they kind of bonded with us, I think.
Yeah, I don't
What?
think it was intended necessarily to become starters for us, but that's how it ended up. And he kind of like reaches down and pets Chester, and I'm happy about it.
He goes, well, that's cool for you guys. I'm a little bit jealous, but, you know, not too much. Just a little. They are really cool. I've never seen them before.
And then he'll kind of recall Chester. And then my dad sent me this guy to help me with my journey, and he'll put out Lou.
Ooh, that's another really exotic one. That's cool.
Right? Yeah. And then I also have a Pidgey named Piper.
Okay, I know what a Pidgey
And
is.
Yeah, she's just gonna hang out in her Pokeball because I figure you know what a Pidgey is. But these two are the two like unique ones. They're all cool, but these are my two like unique ones.
They are very, very nice. I don't really have... I mean, Magnolia is pretty unique, and she points to the Chikorita. This is Maggie. Maggie, say hi, and the Chikorita just kind of looks up at you guys and waves her little leaf around. And she goes...
Hi, Maggie.
And this is Hercules, and she pulls out a Pokeball that looks like a little bit of a different Pokeball. It's got a little heart on it. It's pink. And when she pops it open, there is a horsey that appears in her arms, and she's just kind of holding it aloft since it would just flop if she let it down on the ground.
That's fair.
But she's like, this is my new friend, Hercules.
Hercules. Nice to meet you too. Well, we have been acquainted with each other's teams, although you don't know V's, and I don't think I should tell you.
And she recalls some of her Pokemon and goes, well, fine, there's one more Pokemon that I was going to show you, but maybe I won't.
That's fair. But either way.
Toa, who has noticed V coming down the stairs, just turns around and stares at him, and then looks back at Moel, and then looks back at V, but he makes no effort to attempt to call her attention to you.
He leans back against the bar, puts like both elbows up on the bar, and is just watching them as they talk and show Pokemon.
Don't think anyone's even noticed that you've come down yet?
Nope.
All right, well, did we want to head out into the city then, or?
I mean, may as well. If he's just gonna sleep the day away and stand me up, I guess I'll just have to make a call-out post.
Shit.
Oh, hey! She turns around. She goes, I've been texting you. Where have you been?
Yeah, you texted me like 18 times. That was unnecessary.
I thought we were gonna meet in battle. And she walks over back towards you.
We are at normal people hours.
It's noon.
It's like 11:30.
11:39. She
So
waits.
not noon.
She waits and looks at the clock and goes 11:40.
Still not noon. I will not stand here while you do this for 20 more minutes.
Well, fine then. She sticks out her tongue at you, but she's mostly just being playful, and she glances back and she goes, well, if you're finally awake, we were gonna go check out, like, the municipal gym, because I've been told you guys already went to the gym.
Yeah, that went fine. I mean, I demand food first.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Sure.
Go get food, and then check out the gym.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I gotta do a job at some point. I should probably do that first. I don't know if I actually need to be there or if my Pokemon just needs to be there.
I mean, like, they had me kind of helping guide my Pokemon during my job,
Right.
but I guess it really depends on the job and whether they're going to be directing them or not.
No, probably just be there. Yeah, I mean, when did you want to I need food first. This is too much to think about.
All right,
It's
all
too
right.
much to figure.
Let me just get a room, and then we can go ahead and go find a cafe or something, or, you know, it's just
Yeah.
something fun.
Perfect. Sounds good to me. And we'll
Yeah.
wait down here.
And I
for
mean,
the-
we got room if one of you wanted to crash with us. I think there's only one other room.
She kind of goes over to, what's her name, Jill? And begins to talk to her, and actually does manage to get a room, and Jill's like initially telling her that there's 2 rooms open. She's like, okay, yeah, we'll take one of those. And they manage to get separate rooms for each of them, so. Although, granted, Moel kind of ends up doing most of the talking, even for Toa. He looks like he's about to speak, but she's just like, oh, you're not doing it? Okay, I'll do it. But eventually gets that
Veal-
sorted out.
Yeah, while he's getting steamrolled, V will kind of just like look over at him while he's still like kind of standing at the counter next to him, just like, so what's your deal?
Toa kind of side-eyes you a little bit and just goes, what?
I mean, who are you? I guess. I from what I gather, your name's Toa, but
Kind of looks around.
what you doing?
Looks at Moel like he's expecting a rescue, and when the rescue doesn't come, just goes, I'm just traveling.
All right. I mean, are you just going around with like catching Pokemon or doing battles or training or getting badges? What kind of trainer are you?
I'm just kind of training to take care of Pokemon. Just, I guess getting badges is he speaks really quietly to the point where like he looks like a guy that would be able to carry his voice,
Be loud.
but yeah, absolutely not the case. He's just kind of like awkwardly looking around.
Help.
Oh, that's cool.
help.
Mhm.
Who's his partner? He's gonna cup his hands
Yeah, well-
like, we didn't get to see yours.
What do you got?
Toa's like points to where Jill was. She's now walked away to take care of some other Pokemon and goes, getting healed up.
Alright.
Wait, what is it?
Moel leans over from the other side of Toa because she's basically flanking him with you and goes, it's a Squirtle. It's really adorable. I got to pet it.
I've seen a couple of those around town before. Those are pretty cool.
It's
I like-
a common starter for Kanto.
Yeah. I mean, I like Charmander better. He's cooler. But
The Blastoise gets big ass guns.
I mean, yeah, but Charizard gets to like breathe freaking. He's got wings and he gets to breathe fire.
I was gonna say, well, oh yeah, well, Blastoise breathes water, but like that just doesn't sound as cool.
I feel like I should be advocating for Venusaur, but I just don't like Venusaur. So, me, Cade, I'm just like I don't know what to say about Venusaur.
So whose side are you picking then? If you don't like Venusaur?
He's got a
I
big
mean-
old flower. He's just living his. He's just vibing.
He
That's
is
what
just
Venusaur
vibing.
does.
Venusaur
He
is
is.
just
He
vibing.
honestly, Chespin,
So then-
Chestnut's a better final version for the.
So then do you like
Yes.
Charmander or Squirtle better?
I have to go with Squirtle. I'm sorry. I just think
How dare you.
Squirtle's the superior of the two. He's just so damn cute.
That's incorrect.
It's the tail. The
Have you
little
ever
squirrel.
Yeah, and have you ever seen a Squirtle with sunglasses on? It is incredible. They had this
No.
whole like event where all these Squirtles wearing sunglasses like apparently reenact some thing that happened years ago. I don't know, but
When did
It
that
was just-
happen? Why didn't you bring me with?
it was just
Yeah,
You ever
Milo, why
seen
didn't
the
you bring
Squirtle?
V with you
Why didn't
everywhere?
I bring him this thing that I just thought of in the moment?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the little Squirtles they have on the booties? Like they don't know what to do with them, so they just kind of flop and they kind of roll around in the shells because they can't walk right. It's the best.
And then, yeah, but then they end up on their backs and then they get stuck, and you have to like push them back over.
I mean, you say it like that's not cute and fun.
It's
That's,
mean,
that's
it's
all part of the
kind of-
charm.
it's almost a little sad though. Like, what if they get stuck on their back and no one's around? Do they just die?
Moel chimes in with like, yeah, there is actually a really disturbing trend on, Ruffler and other like video platforms to just put Pokemon in really uncomfortable situations so you can take videos of yourself like helping them.
Why?
Terrible. Anyway.
For like brownie points?
Yeah,
Anyway.
essentially. She turns to Toa and goes,
Anyway.
while Squirtle's getting healed up, do you want to go get breakfast with us? Or I guess for us it'll be lunch.
Anyway, food please, yes now.
Definitely.